Hey, listen, I just got something that's really easily packable, very lightweight, and is going to save you from the rain. And it's in this little pouch, and we're going to tell you about it coming up. Hey guys, Philip Long here for Sawback Gear. Listen, if you like everything having to do with backpacking, rock climbing, camping, and mountaineering, this is the channel for you. We do reviews, how-tos, and some of our trip adventures. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, you might want to think about subscribing. So listen, I just got something that I'm really excited about, and the reason is very simple. I've been looking for a very lightweight, packable rain jacket that I could take on some adventures where I wasn't sure if it was going to rain, but I wanted to make sure, because it's part of the 10 essentials, and you want to make sure that you've got something to protect you from the rain if that's what happens. So I finally decided to get it, and that's the Outdoor Research Helium 2 rain jacket. So the Helium 2 rain jacket, the reason I really like it is for this reason. Like I was saying, when you want to go backpacking or even on a day hike, obviously you're trying to keep your weight down, but you need to be prepared in case there's ever going to be, any kind of a rainstorm. You don't want to be getting wet. It's, leads to hypothermia in some cases, and you don't want that to happen. If anything, it's very uncomfortable to be really wet when you're hiking around. So when I found this, I thought it'd be a great addition to our gear pack, and so I got it. And I can't tell you, this is the coolest thing I've seen in quite a while. So the jacket packs down into a small pouch that's at the waistline of the jacket. On the inside, you could actually probably use the pocket to carry small things around when you're hiking or whatever. But if you have a freak rainstorm come up that you weren't expecting, it's going to protect you from that rain. Another thing that's really great about this jacket, it also functions as a wind jacket. So if you're just out and it's really cold and windy, not good. You don't want to be losing any heat. It's going to add some extra protection so that it can help block the wind and help keep it from getting so cold. So just to give you an idea on the weight on this thing, the claimed weight from Outdoor Research is 6.4 ounces. We weighed it on our scale. We found it actually to be 6.1 ounces. And that works out to about 180 to 184 grams. The jacket is a 2.5 layered waterproof jacket with all seam ceilings. If you don't know what the 2.5 layer system means, you might want to check out our rain jackets reviews, and it explains a little bit more how that's put together, and I'll put a link up at the top. The jacket is breathable, at least according to Outdoor Research. To be perfectly fair and honest, full disclosure, haven't used it outdoors. We live in Southern California, so we don't get a ton of rain, but the next rainstorm I'm going to give it a good test to see if it actually is breathable while you're moving around, and or that it's actually completely waterproof. But I take a look at the seams, and they all seem to be seam sealed, which is really great. And the jacket appears to be as it claims, so I'm really excited about this. The jacket has one chest pocket. I wish it had 2 hand pockets just to keep stuff in. When you've got an outer layer that's keeping you dry, you kind of might want to store things in your pockets, but it's got the one chest pocket. To be perfectly fair, that's how they're cutting down on weight, because you're not going to get a lot of extra zippers, not a lot of fabric on here. It has a basic function, and that's to keep you dry. The jacket's got elastic cuffs, and it's got 2 drawstrings, one at the waist and one at the hood, which I was really glad to see, because the hoods can be an issue. If it's windy and it's not snug around your face, there's a good chance it's going to blow off and you're going to get wet anyway. So I was really glad to see that. It also has a somewhat semi-rigid visor, so that's going to help keep the rain out of your face too. And the other cool thing, like I said, this thing folds down into its own interior pocket, which is really great. Makes it really convenient. Throw it in your pack. It's got even a small loop on here that you can use to hang out a carabiner on the back of your pack or something like that if that's what you want to do. So some of the things I didn't like about it particularly, and again, to be fair, this was not designed to be that kind of a rain jacket in my opinion. It was designed to be a very lightweight, breathable rain jacket that you can use in an emergency or as a wind jacket. I don't know that if I was going into really wet places that I would count on it as my only rain jacket, but again, for emergencies, or you're going to take it out to make sure that it's part of your 10 essentials, perfect. So again, the things that I didn't like about it particularly, again, no hand pockets. It also didn't have any pit zips. So if you sweat a lot in your with a rain jacket on, you might want to reconsider, but if it's cold enough and wet enough, it's probably not going to be an issue, but that'll depend on you. You can always vent it by, bringing down your front zipper and that kind of thing. And the last thing that I was a little concerned about, so again, I'm looking to see how that's going to perform in a real world situation. The jacket is cut very short and back, so it only comes around basically to your waistline. It doesn't come down over your hips, and I could see where that might become an issue in a heavier rainstorm, if you're in a light mist or a drizzle, or if it's just a very, very light rain, you're probably going to be fine with this jacket. And again, the weight factor is just phenomenal. I've never found a rain jacket that's like the next jackets that we have are about a full pound. So shaving off over half a pound is pretty cool. So take a look at the Helium 2 jacket by Outdoor Research. I've been very happy with the company too. They make quality stuff. They're a really good company. They're solid, and their research is really good. This is a great, and as you notice, I'm wearing an Outdoor Research hat, so I do like the company, and I like what they do, and I like what they stand for. So if you guys found this review helpful, please give us a like. We'd appreciate that. And we appreciate you watching too, by the way. And again, if you're into camping, backpacking, mountaineering, or rock climbing, you might want to consider subscribing. So we'd love to have you as be part of our community. So this is Philip Long with Sawback Gear saying we'll see you outside.